This year, we can deliver much better economic news than we talked about last year.
Here at the Americas Conference, delegates have come from all over the region to talk about innovation in the Americas. And one of the central themes of this meeting is the economies of Latin America. And while the United States is kind of stumbling along in its recovery, Latin America is seeing really strong growth.
Latin America will probably, in my opinion, grow much above 5%. I would not be surprised if the average growth for Latin America in 2010 is 6%.
Despite the worst global economic collapse in 70 years, a collapse, of course, that caused an economic contraction in Latin America and the Caribbean of nearly 2%, the region is getting back to solid growth, an impressive demonstration of resilience.
One of the surprises that Latin Americans have is that we did so well. Now, Latin Americans are not used to these good surprises.
Despite the good news, there are some lingering questions about the economies of the region.
Today, Latin America still struggles to produce goods and deliver services more efficiently. What's more important, over the last 40 years, the rate of increase in the region's productivity has been last in the world. Last.
But for 100 years, we have not been able to generate a rate of growth that systematically and in a sustained manner exceeds the rate of growth of the rich countries.
One of the big drivers for regional economies are commodities, and China's purchase of commodities from the region has been really helping with the recovery.
No matter how you skin the cat, Latin America's heart is palpitating a little more with what happens with the heart of China and with economic activity in China and emerging Asia. And Latin America has found a connection to China that's complementary.
There was also lots of talk about shifting regional economies away from the dependence on commodities and natural resources, things like manufacturing and knowledge-based economies.
I don't know how much natural resources do we have, but we do. 62% of the foreign revenue that the region captures comes from the export of natural resources. One of the challenges is, how do we make a qualitative jump from being a region that is predominantly exported of raw materials into knowledge economies in the region?
In past years at the Americas Conference, the conversation has been dominated by talks of a recession in Latin America, political instability, devaluations. That hasn't been the case this time.
These points that I'm trying to share very quickly with you has to do a lot with this crucial moment in which Latin America is ready to make the jump from being a raw material exporter into a knowledge economist.
Achieving economic prosperity will be essential to our common future. The economic relationship between the United States and Latin America is exceptionally robust. In 2009, total U.S. merchandise trade with the region reached $524 billion. More than 40% of Latin American exports flowed to the United States, making us the region's single largest export destination.
Latin America has the opportunity to capture a fairly bright future, like we haven't had in the past. With a more stable Latin America, with a less poor Latin America, perhaps the conditions are there to develop a strong growth agenda that is based on productivity enhancement and innovation.